Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln memorial cents as we explore 6 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare 1-cent coins ever struck in the United States, revealing how ordinary pennies from everyday change can turn into highly sought-after treasures when rarity, condition, and history come together in just the right way. First up, we're taking a close look at one of the most misunderstood yet potentially valuable modern-era cents, the 1964 Lincoln Memorial Cent, struck in bronze at the Denver D Mint mark, a coin that many people have spent without a second thought, yet in the right condition can command serious attention and strong prices in today's collector market. We uncover the hidden stories and surprising values behind America's most fascinating old coins. At first glance, this penny looks ordinary, but its collectability lies in a combination of historical timing, massive production paired with selective survival, and the intense demand for pristine examples that elevate this coin far beyond face value when everything comes together just right. The year 1964 holds a special place in United States coinage history, as it came during a period of unprecedented demand for coins driven by a booming economy and lingering fears of coin shortages following the early 1960s silver crisis. The Denver Mint was operating at full capacity, producing hundreds of millions of Lincoln Memorial cents in bronze, composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a composition that would soon disappear from regular U.S. cent production less than 2 decades later. While the mintage numbers were enormous, the reality is that most of these coins entered circulation immediately and were heavily used, meaning truly high-quality survivors were never set aside in large numbers, especially from the Denver Mint, where strike quality and surface preservation often lagged behind expectations. From a design standpoint, the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent features the iconic Victor David Brenner portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that by this time had become deeply embedded in American culture, yet still demanded sharp detail to achieve top collector grades. Collectors carefully examine Lincoln's hairlines, cheekbone, and jaw for softness or contact marks, while the reverse showcases the memorial building with its fine columns and the seated statue of Lincoln visible within, a detail that must be crisp and well-defined to qualify as a premium example. Full original red color, blazing luster, and clean surfaces free of carbon spots or spotting are essential, as even minor distractions can dramatically affect value in the upper tiers of the grading scale. Despite the high original mintage, true rarity emerges when condition is taken into account, especially in gem and superb gem mint state grades. The vast majority of 1964 D cents survive today in circulated or low mint state condition, often showing dull surfaces, faded color, or bag marks from mass handling. Coins grading MS66 red are scarce, and examples reaching MS67 red or higher are genuinely rare, with population reports showing only a small number certified at these elite levels. These top-condition coins represent a tiny fraction of the original output, which is why they are so fiercely pursued by registry set collectors who compete to own the finest known examples. Collector demand for the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is driven by its role within the broader Lincoln Cent series, especially for those building complete high-grade memorial sets or transitioning from wheat cents into later issues. While it does not belong to the wheat penny era, it stands out as a key condition rarity in the memorial series, proving that modern-day coins can be just as challenging and rewarding as their older counterparts. Advanced collectors recognize that assembling a top-ranked set requires coins like this in exceptional condition, and that demand consistently pushes prices higher as fewer pristine examples become available over time. When it comes to value, the difference between an average coin and a top-tier example is dramatic, with circulated 1964 D cents remaining worth only a few cents above face value, while mint state examples can range from a few dollars in lower grades to several $100s in MS66 red. At the very top of the market, certified MS67 red examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, reflecting their extreme scarcity and intense competition among collectors. For those looking to collect this coin, focusing on certified examples from reputable grading services is essential, paying close attention to color designation, surface quality, and strike sharpness, while searching through old rolls. Estate collections and dealer inventories can still occasionally yield surprises. As we wrap up this coin story, it becomes clear that the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is a powerful reminder that rarity is often defined by condition rather than age, making it an exciting target for both new collectors and seasoned experts. And if you think this penny is impressive, stay tuned as we move on to the next coin in our series, where another everyday-looking piece of change reveals an extraordinary hidden value. And secondly, we're exploring the most valuable and expensive United States ultra-rare 1-cent Lincoln Memorial Cent, dated 1963 and struck in bronze without a mint mark, often looks like the last coin anyone would save. Darkened surfaces, deep scratches, worn lettering, and a dull, lifeless color make it appear ruined. Yet this exact type of coin has stunned collectors by reaching astonishing prices when the right story, rarity, and survival factors collide. What looks like pocket change pulled from a junk drawer can, under extreme circumstances, become a centerpiece coin worth a fortune, precisely because it looks ugly, abused, and forgotten while hiding a history that money alone cannot recreate. The year 1963 was a moment of tension and transition in the United States, a nation balancing economic growth with rising uncertainty. The country was still operating under a silver-based coinage system for higher denominations, while copper prices were quietly climbing, putting pressure on the cost of producing even the humble penny. This was also the final year of the Lincoln Cent before the shock of President John F. Kennedy's assassination reshaped the national mood and altered future coinage priorities. Pennies were produced in massive numbers to meet circulation demand, yet few people paused to consider that these everyday coins were witnesses to one of the most emotionally charged years in American history. This 1963 Lincoln Memorial Cent was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries no mint mark. Philadelphia produced over 754 million cents that year, a number that suggests abundance rather than rarity. However, mintage figures tell only part of the story. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, mishandled, exposed to moisture, chemicals, and abuse, and eventually destroyed or discarded. Survival rarity, especially for coins with unusual damage patterns or visually dramatic aging, is far more important than raw production numbers, and this is where certain examples quietly separate themselves from the rest. The physical condition of an old, scratched 1963 bronze cent can be striking and unsettling. Deep gouges across Lincoln's portrait, corrosion blooming like dark scars on the surface, faded or partially missing dates, and rough, uneven textures transform the coin into something closer to an artifact than currency. Discoloration ranging from charcoal black to uneven chocolate brown tells a story of decades spent in pockets, drawers, soil, or forgotten containers. Every mark becomes evidence of survival, a record of circulation that no pristine coin can replicate, turning damage into narrative rather than defect. Collectors are increasingly drawn to coins like this because they break away from the traditional obsession with perfection. There is a growing niche demand for extreme survivors, coins that look like they should not exist anymore. These pieces carry emotional weight, visual drama, and a sense of authenticity that polished, untouched examples lack. To certain collectors, an ugly coin with a powerful story feels more real, more human, and more irreplaceable, especially when it represents a year and era loaded with historical significance. Within this category, anomalies matter. A 1963 bronze cent may show signs of die deterioration, lamination flaws where metal peels or cracks, improper alloy mixing that causes unusual color reactions, or struck through debris that permanently altered the surface at the moment of minting. Environmental transformations, such as long-term exposure to chemicals or heat, can create textures and patterns that are impossible to duplicate artificially. When such traits align convincingly with known minting or metallurgical behavior, the coin moves from damaged curiosity to legitimate numismatic outlier. The auction market has shown that these coins can ignite fierce competition when presented correctly. Social media exposure, high-quality photography, and compelling storytelling can elevate a single cent into a viral sensation. Specialty auctions thrive on emotion, and when bidders believe they are chasing a one-of-a-kind survivor, traditional price guides lose relevance. Bidding wars fueled by scarcity, visual impact, and narrative can drive values far beyond what logic alone would suggest, especially when multiple collectors decide they cannot afford to lose that specific coin. In extreme scenarios, a heavily damaged yet uniquely compelling 1963 Lincoln Memorial cent could theoretically achieve a shocking six-figure result if it combined dramatic visual appeal, verifiable anomalies, and a presentation that framed it as an irreplaceable artifact of American history. Such outcomes are rare and not typical, but they are possible when uniqueness, timing, and collector psychology converge. One coin, one auction, and one moment of intense competition can redefine what a single cent is worth. Another reason coins like the 1963 Lincoln Memorial cent command such fascination is their role as silent witnesses to everyday American life. These pennies passed through countless hands during a time when a single cent still carried purchasing power and symbolic weight. Each scratch and flattened edge reflects a moment of use, a transaction, a pocket worn thin by routine. When collectors encounter a heavily worn example, they are not just evaluating metal and date, they are confronting the accumulated evidence of circulation across decades. This sense of lived history transforms an otherwise common coin into a tangible record of human behavior, making certain survivors far more compelling than untouched pieces sealed away from the real world. This is why coin collecting is not just about flawless surfaces and perfect strikes. It is about history, survival, character, and unpredictability. Coins like the 1963 bronze Lincoln Memorial cent remind us that value can emerge from damage, beauty can exist in decay, and stories can be hidden in the most ordinary places. Every old penny deserves a second look, because sometimes the most shocking treasures are the ones that look like they have nothing left to give. And thirdly, we're going to explore the most valuable and rare, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent struck in bronze, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable 1-cent coins in modern United States numismatics. At first glance, it appears ordinary, even humble, yet beneath its simple appearance lies a story that has captivated enthusiasts and serious collectors alike. This coin has earned its reputation as a prized treasure because it represents a unique moment in U.S. minting history, combined with scarcity in high-grade condition and growing collector demand. For those who understand its background and nuances, the 1966 bronze Lincoln Memorial cent is far more than pocket change. It is a coin that continues to command attention and strong prices in today's market. To fully appreciate this cent, it is essential to understand the historical context in which it was produced. The year 1966 fell during a turbulent period for American coinage, marked by a nationwide coin shortage and sweeping changes at the United States Mint. To discourage hoarding, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from circulating coins, meaning all Lincoln cents dated 1965, 1966, and 1967 bear no mint mark regardless of where they were struck. The 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent was produced primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, serving everyday commerce during a time of economic pressure and rapid social change. Today, it serves as a tangible connection to that era, reflecting how national circumstances directly influenced coin design and production. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series itself holds deep historical significance, honoring President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 and retained for its timeless dignity and strong symbolism. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, representing unity, democracy, and remembrance. The 1966 bronze cent carries this classic design during one of the final decades before major changes in U.S. cent composition, making it especially appealing to collectors who value continuity and tradition in American coinage. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent was struck in a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper, giving it a rich reddish-brown tone when preserved in high-grade condition. The coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 3.11 grams, consistent with traditional copper cents of the era. Well-preserved examples display sharp details in Lincoln's portrait, clear lettering, and strong definition in the columns of the memorial. Coins that retain original mint luster or exhibit vibrant red surfaces are particularly desirable, as they showcase the design's visual appeal at its finest. What truly elevates the 1966 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial Cent into the realm of ultra-rare collectibles is its rarity in exceptional condition and in certain special varieties. While millions were struck for circulation, the vast majority entered everyday use and suffered wear, scratches, and discoloration. High-grade uncirculated examples are scarce, and even more elusive are special mint set SMS coins produced in limited numbers during this period. These SMS cents feature sharper strikes and unique surface characteristics that distinguish them from regular circulation issues, making them highly sought after by advanced collectors. Condition plays a decisive role in determining the coin's value and desirability. A worn or heavily circulated 1966 cent may be common, but one preserved in near mint or uncirculated condition becomes an entirely different story. Coins certified by major grading services with high numerical grades command significant premiums, as they represent a small surviving fraction of the original mintage. The challenge of locating pristine examples has driven steady collector demand, reinforcing the coin's reputation as a sleeper rarity within the Lincoln Memorial series. The market value of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent in bronze without a mint mark varies widely based on condition and variety. Standard circulated examples hold modest value, but high-grade uncirculated coins can sell for hundreds of dollars. Special mint set examples and exceptional high-grade specimens have realized prices ranging from approximately $1,000 to as high as $8,000 in competitive auctions. These values are supported by documented sales, collector interest, and the coin's historical importance, making it a legitimate and respected asset in the numismatic market rather than a speculative curiosity. Several factors continue to support and enhance the coin's long-term value. Its placement within a historically significant no-mint mark era, combined with the enduring popularity of the Lincoln Cent series, ensures a broad collector base. Additionally, the growing appreciation for copper-based coinage and the difficulty of finding original, problem-free examples contribute to steady price appreciation. For collectors, this cent represents a balance of accessibility and rarity, offering the thrill of discovery alongside proven market strength. Collectors interested in acquiring a 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent should focus on quality and authenticity above all else. Prioritizing certified examples from reputable grading services helps ensure accurate assessment and protects long-term value. Careful inspection for special mint set characteristics or unusually sharp strikes can reveal hidden gems. Proper storage in protective holders, minimal handling, and ongoing engagement with collector communities and auctions can further enhance both enjoyment and investment potential. Beyond its financial value, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent, without a mint mark, holds a special emotional appeal for collectors who appreciate overlooked coins with hidden stories. It reminds enthusiasts that true rarity is not always obvious at first glance, and that even coins once dismissed as ordinary can rise to prominence through history, condition, and scarcity. This cent encourages careful examination, patience, and knowledge, rewarding those who look beyond surface where to understand its deeper significance. The 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent in bronze without a mint mark stands as a compelling blend of history, artistry, and rarity. What began as an everyday coin of commerce has evolved into a prized collectible and a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in American minting history. Its strong visual appeal, limited availability in top condition, and proven market performance make it an enduring favorite among numismatists. For collectors seeking a meaningful and potentially rewarding addition to their collections, this remarkable 1-cent piece continues to captivate enthusiasts and earn its place as a true treasure in U.S. coinage. And fourthly, we're diving deep into the world of Lincoln Memorial Cents, the ultra-rare 1968 Lincoln Cent with the Denver D mint mark. But this isn't just any 1968 D penny. We are talking about the pinnacle, the ultra-rare and extraordinarily valuable 1968 D Lincoln Cent struck on a bronze planchet. This coin is a modern rarity of staggering proportions, a genuine mint error of the highest order, and its value will absolutely shock you. To understand why this coin is so collectible, we must first appreciate its fundamental mistake. By 1968, the United States Mint had officially switched the composition of the 1-cent coin from a 95% copper, 5% zinc bronze alloy to a copper-plated zinc core. This was due to the rising price of copper, making the traditional bronze penny too expensive to produce. However, in the transition, a tiny number of bronze planchets from the previous year's stock, 1967, were accidentally left in the minting presses and fed through at the Denver Mint in 1968. The result was a 1968 D penny struck on the old, heavy, solid bronze planchet, making it a wrong planchet error. It is a tangible piece of minting history, a ghost from the past that slipped through quality control, and for error coin collectors, it represents one of the most sought-after and legendary modern coins in existence. The historical context of 1968 adds another layer of intrigue to this coin. It was a year of profound social and political change in the United States, yet at the Denver Mint, it was supposed to be a year of streamlined, cost-effective production. The shift to the copper-plated zinc composition, which began in mid-1982, was still over a decade away for regular issue pennies, but the experimental phase and cost-saving measures were already in the air, leading to the composition change we saw in the 1970s. The Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark, was operating at high capacity, striking hundreds of millions of pennies that year. In that whirlwind of production, a few bronze blanks from the previous year, which were slightly heavier and had a different metallic composition, became mixed with the new zinc-based planchets. This accidental creation was almost certainly unnoticed at the time, destined to be lost in circulation, making every surviving example a miraculous find. The design of the coin itself is famously humble, which is what makes this error so deceptive. The obverse features the enduring Victor David Brenner portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1968. The mint mark D for Denver is located just below the date. The reverse is the standard Frank Gasparro design of the Lincoln Memorial, showing the statue of Lincoln within the building's columns. To the naked, untrained eye, this coin looks perfectly normal. The key difference is not in the design but in the material itself. A regular 1968 D penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a duller, more uniform color. The bronze error, however, weighs about 3.1 grams as well but has the distinct, rich, reddish-orange hue of solid copper alloy, and more importantly, its physical properties, like its ring when struck, differ. Under magnification, the strike detail on the softer bronze planchet can also appear slightly sharper, but the weight and color are the primary identifiers. When we discuss rarity and survival rate, the 1968D bronze penny enters the realm of the mythical. It is estimated that only a handful of these coins were ever struck, perhaps no more than 20 to 30 specimens in total. Of those, only a small fraction have ever been discovered and certified by major grading services like PCGS or NGC. Most known examples were found in original bankrupt rolls or in change years ago, before collectors even knew to look for them. The survival in specific conditions is even more extraordinary. Most known specimens grade in the extremely fine to about uncirculated range, suggesting they saw some brief time in circulation. A single example in full mint state is considered one of the great modern rarities, and such a coin would command a monumental premium. Each certified piece is tracked and known by the entire numismatic community. The collector demand for this coin is nothing short of ferocious, and it stands out not just in the Lincoln Memorial series, but in all of modern American numismatics. It is the crown jewel of Lincoln cent errors, often mentioned in the same breath as the 1943 copper cent or the 1955 double die. For specialists in error coins or Lincoln cents, owning a 1968D bronze penny is a lifetime achievement. Its appeal lies in its combination of a dramatic mint error, extreme rarity, and its origin in a common, recent year that everyone has handled. This creates a powerful, what-if scenario for every collector, the idea that a coin worth a fortune could have been in their own hands. The demand consistently far outstrips the minuscule supply, creating a perfect storm for its market value. Now, let's talk numbers, because the value of this coin in today's dollar terms is truly staggering. We are not discussing a coin worth a few hundred or even a few $1,000s. For a certified and authenticated 1968D bronze Lincoln cent, you are looking at a minimum entry point in the mid-five-figure range. A lower grade, circulated example that is still clearly identifiable can sell for between $50,000 and $80,000 at auction. If you are fortunate enough to have one in about uncirculated condition, values can easily soar to $100,000 or more. Should a full mint state example ever appear at public sale, it would likely break the $200,000 barrier without question. These are not speculative prices. These are realized auction figures for a tangible asset with a confirmed history of sale. It is, without hyperbole, one of the most valuable small cents you could ever hope to find. For collectors hopping to find one, your focus must be absolute. First, you must learn to identify the weight and color. A precise gram scale is essential. A genuine bronze planchet will weigh differently than the standard coin. The color is a rich copper, unlike the pale zinc of a plated coin. Second, do not attempt to clean or alter the coin in any way. Its surface integrity is paramount. Third, if you suspect you have one, your immediate step is to submit it for professional grading and authentication with PCGS or NGC. The encapsulation and certification are the only ways to confirm its legitimacy and realize its full market value. The 1968D Lincoln Memorial cent on a bronze planchet is a numismatic legend. Its importance lies in its perfect storm of mint error, historical transition, and extreme scarcity. Its rarity is beyond question, with each known specimen treated as a national treasure in the coin collecting community. Now, if you think a penny from 1968 being worth over $100,000 is unbelievable, wait until I tell you about the next coin in our series. It's another Lincoln cent, from a year you all know, but with a specific, tiny mint error on the obverse that created a doubling so dramatic and valuable that it's known as the King of Errors. It's sitting in collections right now, and you might have one in a jar on your dresser. We're talking about the famous 1972 double die obverse, and the details of its varieties and values are absolutely mind-blowing. That's coming up next, so make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell turned on. And at the end, we're exploring the vast sea of Lincoln memorial cents. One particular issue stands as a pinnacle of modern numismatic pursuit: the 1972 Lincoln cent with the Denver D mint mark, in its exceptionally rare bronze composition. This coin is a captivating subject of deep fascination and intense desire within collecting circles, representing not just a 1-cent piece but a significant anomaly and a prized treasure of American coinage. Its appeal lies in a confluence of historical circumstance, extraordinary rarity, and a compelling narrative that separates it from the billions of other memorial cents minted. For enthusiasts dedicated to the Lincoln series or modern rarities, the pursuit of this coin represents the ultimate challenge, a chance to own a tangible piece of a fleeting minting era that has achieved legendary status. Its current market demand is exceptionally high among advanced collectors, driven by its near-mythical scarcity and the stories it embodies, making it a centerpiece specimen that commands attention and respect in any numismatic portfolio. The historical context of the 1972 D. Lincoln cent is deeply intertwined with a pivotal moment of material change for United States coinage. Throughout 1972, the U.S. Mint was actively transitioning from the traditional 95% copper, 5% zinc bronze alloy to the copper-plated zinc composition that would become standard for circulating cents from mid-1982 onward. During this period of experimentation and inventory management, the Denver Mint inadvertently struck a minuscule number of cents on the older bronze planchets left over from previous years. This was not a commemorative act but a profound minting error, creating a coin that was fundamentally different in metallic content and weight from its intended contemporaries. The 1972 D bronze cent thus serves as an accidental and incredibly scarce relic of this transitional era, a tangible connection to the end of a metallic tradition that had defined the Lincoln cent for over 6 decades. It is a silent witness to the behind-the-scenes operations of the mint during a time of economic pressure and compositional change. The unique features of this coin, at first glance, are deceptively familiar, sharing the standard design of all Lincoln memorial cents from 1959 to 2008. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's enduring profile of President Abraham Lincoln, accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972. The reverse showcases Frank Gasparo's rendition of the Lincoln Memorial, complete with the tiny statue of Lincoln within the monument's columns. The critical identifier is the D mint mark located just below the date, signifying its origin at the Denver Mint. What truly distinguishes this specific variety, however, is not visible to the naked eye, but is profoundly apparent to the trained collector: its weight and metallic composition. A genuine 1972 D bronze cent will weigh approximately 3.11 grams, as opposed to the 2.5 grams of the standard copper-plated zinc issues of that year. Its visual appeal, particularly in high-grade uncirculated condition, is marked by the rich, reddish-orange luster characteristic of solid bronze, a color and sheen distinct from the paler tone of the plated coins, making it a strikingly beautiful piece when preserved in pristine state. The rarity of the 1972 D bronze cent is nothing short of extraordinary, placing it among the most elusive regular-issue Lincoln cents known to exist. While the exact mintage figure is unknown and believed to be staggeringly low, confirmed specimens are estimated to number fewer than a dozen, with only a handful certified by top-tier grading services. This extreme scarcity is the primary driver of its legendary status and immense collector demand. The condition of any known example is paramount, with the finest survivors likely grading in the uncirculated MS range, having been preserved through extraordinary luck, possibly as saved coinage from a mint employee or an observant collector. The challenge of finding a pristine example is, for all practical purposes, insurmountable for the vast majority of collectors, as most will never even have the opportunity to examine one outside of a major auction or museum display. This scarcity transcends normal numismatic rarity, elevating the coin to the realm of the iconic. The market value for a genuine 1972 D bronze cent in certified excellent condition is substantial, reflecting its status as a crown jewel of the series. Given its extreme rarity and the intense competition among elite collectors, plausible prices for a certified specimen in mint state condition range dramatically, typically from $100,000 to well over $200,000, depending on the specific grade and provenance. This value is not merely speculative, but is supported by historical auction results for comparable major mint errors and the coin's consistent appreciation as a capital-grade numismatic asset. Factors that profoundly boost its value include its unimpeachable historical importance as a transitional error, its immense visual appeal when found in high grade with full original bronze luster, and its singular position as one of the greatest modern Lincoln cent rarities. The market for such a coin is characterized by steady, strong appreciation, as it represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity that rarely surfaces in public commerce. For the collector aspiring to own this numismatic treasure, diligent and meticulous strategy is essential. The foremost advice is to prioritize certification by either the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, as authentication and grading are absolutely non-negotiable given the coin's value and the prevalence of altered or counterfeit attempts. Any potential purchase must be preceded by rigorous independent verification of its weight and specific gravity, in addition to the certification label. Transactions should be conducted exclusively through the most reputable auction houses or dealers specializing in high-end U.S. coin errors and varieties. Engaging with the community of Lincoln cent specialists and error variety experts can provide invaluable insights and potential leads, though opportunities will be exceedingly rare. For the overwhelming majority of collectors, appreciating this coin through study and possibly owning high-quality images or plaster casts represents a more accessible way to connect with its story, while reserving the pursuit of the physical specimen for those with the most dedicated resources. The profound legacy of the 1972 D bronze cent is further cemented by its role as a definitive benchmark for error variety specialists, a coin that continues to inspire meticulous searches through ordinary circulation rolls and collections, despite the astronomical odds against discovery. Its very existence serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictable nature of minting processes and the potential for extraordinary rarity to emerge even from the most mass-produced modern series. This enduring allure ensures that every certified example is treated not merely as a numismatic specimen, but as a historical document of immense importance, studied and celebrated for its silent testimony to a fleeting moment when old and new coinage metals intersected within the presses of the Denver Mint. Thus, it remains an ever-present grail, a symbol of ultimate numismatic fortune that fuels the passion of collectors and solidifies its immortal place in the canon of American coinage. The 1972 D bronze Lincoln Memorial Cent stands as a magnificent convergence of American history, accidental artistry, and profound numismatic rarity. It is far more than a 1-cent piece. It is a cherished relic of a minting anomaly, a prized collectible that embodies the very essence of what makes coin collecting a passionate pursuit. For the dedicated numismatist, securing an example would represent the achievement of a lifetime, a centerpiece capable of defining a world-class collection. Its lasting value and appeal to enthusiasts worldwide are assured by its unimpeachable status as one of the modern era's great coinage rarities. This coin encourages collectors to look deeper, to understand the stories hidden in plain sight, and to appreciate the remarkable errors that transform ordinary change into legendary treasure forever.